Alright, what's up you guys? Today we're going to take a look at my updated Toolbox Tour. Sorry, the heat just kicked on. Before you guys seen the bottom and the top, I've added the side cabinet as well to it, and I've added quite a few new things to this toolbox. And if you guys haven't checked it out, here's a diag cart that I made for my Pico and all that stuff. Please go check it out. So let's get into the toolbox. Alright, on top I just keep random stuff up here, you know, I got my light up there. Over here I keep my ball joint press on top. Alright, let's walk up here. So first you can see I have the desktop computer up here for looking up wiring diagrams or just any other stuff that I need to look up. Here is the actual computer that I'm using. It's a mini computer. It works out perfectly for what I need it for. Then I just got this little iHome station thing. It's got USB ports in it. Works out good for charging up my AirPods or charging up my phone or whatever the case is. Then just a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. I just keep my tire pressure gauge and just random screwdriver stuff up there. I try to keep this area over here open for work ROs or if I need to write, just stuff like that. And then just some information. I'm actually looking at purchasing a programmer. It'd come in handy because right now we can only program certain things. So it's be handier if I was able to do, you know, all the cars that I need to do, and then mainly more use it at home. And then we got the trusty hand sanitizer. You got to have that stuff right now. And that's it for that. So let's get into the first drawer. I also got USB ports here and a power here. Just comes in real handy. All right, first drawer we got butt connectors and fuses, and we got a mini torch, heat shrink, more wire, more fuses, more heat shrink. Got more butt connectors and fuses back here. I do lots of wiring around here, so I use this stuff quite often. Second drawer. This is just where I keep all my pens and paper and just random chargers, random stuff. I got keys to other techs' toolboxes in case they're not here or they forget their keys, which happens more often than you would think. Alright, next up we have the tool drawer that never gets used. This is just the old-fashioned fan clutch tool set. I bought the pneumatic set, so I never use this set anymore. So sometime I'll take it home or I'll just leave it in here. It's not really hurting anything. And then I just got a old serpentine belt tool. I bought a new one of those as well. It's ratcheting. I really like it. Alright, in here we got the butane soldering iron, solder. We have a plastic rivet gun with some plastic rivets, helicoils. We got a small tap and die set. I've got another one. It's a bigger set that I use more than this one. Alright, and don't judge me, but this is my relay and other fuse drawer. I have lots of them. Anytime I do fuse boxes or any of that stuff, I try to keep all that because you never know when you're going to use it. Alright, and here we just got chemicals. We got butane. We got dielectric grease, white lithium grease, some gloves, roll of wire back here, just random stuff in here. Alright, let's get into the first big drawer. Alright, up here we got, here is the gear wrench. This is the magnetic spark plug socket set. I really like this. This is really handy. And then here is the gear wrench serpentine belt tool. This is ratcheting. Really like it. It's comes in handy if you kind of find yourself in a tight spot where you kind of need to be able to ratchet, you know, or get stuck. I mean, it works out well. This is the Astro Pneumatic coolant pressure tester. It's a cheap set, but it works well. I might upgrade sometime, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, here's the master tool lock set, which I don't really know why they call it a master set, because I use those two and this one. The other ones don't really get used, nor have I ever seen anything that they would work on. I mean, maybe there's something I don't know. Here we got a brake flaring tool set. I don't use I got two other ones in this box. Here we got a Noid light set, a fuel injection tester. Here we got the 8-piece master sensor socket set. This is for your O2 sensors and oil pressure switches and just random stuff like that. Here is that pneumatic fan clutch set that I really love. I don't know, I just can't really say anything bad about it. I really love it. Here is my compression tester set. Really like it. Here is some cheap sockets for rounded bolts. They're actually cheap. I think they came from like O'Reilly's or AutoZone or somewhere. But just these things are awesome. I mean, these work better than most other of your higher end sets. I really like them. Here we got my quick disconnect set. We got a stud puller set. We got my impact driver, the oil socket set, and then here's the other flaring tool. I don't use this one anymore either. Should probably take it home. Put all this stuff back and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, next up is one of my wrench drawers. Here is my gear wrench long-handled ratcheting wrenches. I bought these because I got a good deal on them. I don't hardly ever use them as much as what I would hoped I would have, but they're handy when you need them. Here's the standard snap-on set. Here are the snap-on crow's feet, or line wrenches, sorry. Here we got some window holders if you're doing like regulators or any of that stuff. Comes in real handy. Hydrometer. Just got some cheapy Craftsman wrenches. As you can see, I have modified a few of them. Some really thin husky wrenches. These have come in handy. I don't use them that much. That's why I didn't buy like a expensive set, because it's just not worth it to me. Here we got some Craftsman metric wrenches. As you can see, I've modified these two to make stubbies. Then here are some stubby gear wrench ratcheting wrenches. I really like them. Alright, here we got some screwdrivers. These are ones that I hardly use. Got more screwdrivers over here. We got some Torx drivers here, pick set back here, some Allen wrenches back there. Alright, we got vice grips down here. We got a heat gun, boot puller, hood prop here. Trim panel pieces, you see everything in here. Alright, here's just a random drawer. We do lots of GMs here, so a lot of those Trailblazers and stuff, a lot of fuel pumps, Tahoe's fuel pumps, all that stuff. And you know how those nuts are, they tend to spin in the frame, so you got to cut them out, blah blah blah, all that good stuff. So, and GM trans fittings, got some Chrysler key fobs. We do quite a few of these Hyundai, you get the steering clunk, we do quite a few of those. Got some EGR tubes, seals for the Chryslers. Just random stuff, filter socket, just some thread tape, mirror, just random stuff in this one. All right, in here we got our these are DeWalt bits. There's just extra bits. Got more bits back here. We got our brake line bender. We got our blowgun. It has two tubes to add on to it. It's got this, and then there's some other pieces in here. This I just recently bought. I really like it. It's a temperature gauge. This piece comes off, and this piece up here will actually flex. You can actually turn it and you can stick it in the vent or however. And it works really well. You can actually get another one of these probes to put on this side, and you can, put them in the vent, and you can do your passenger or your driver's side and passenger side temperatures. It's really awesome. Then we have just our serpentine belt tool. Then I picked this up. I've used it once. It kind of works out okay. This is for doing those pain in the ass HVAC actuators. It kind of ratchets, works out pretty good though. And then for the spring clamps, you guys know what this is. Alright, down here we got our vacuum gauge. Just some snap ring pliers down here. Our leak detector up here for combustion. Some random test leads and some other stuff in here. Stethoscope. We got our breakout kit here. Some rivets. The adapters for bleeding power steering for the GM and Ford. In this drawer. Alright, in here we got just some sockets. These I don't hardly ever use, are just extras. Same with all these over here. We got the GM water pump socket. We got the long-handled ball head Allens. We got the long head Torx. We got a 1/4 inch torque wrench here. These, I got quite a few of these. If it'll focus, these are for the Porsches, for the wheel locks. I used to be a Porsche technician, so I have quite a few of those. And then in here we got just our random pliers and just, cutters, just random stuff in here. These are all Mac. Alright, down here we got here's my other tap and die set. This is the gear wrench. I really like it. Okay, here we got the master bolt grip set. Used this a few times. It comes in handy though, for sure. Alright, we got our rethreader, which comes in handy. I'll show you guys this thing. Works out quite well. Just used it yesterday to help a guy out. And then here's the master bolt grip set. I'll show you that as well. Well, then I might as well show you the tap and die set too. This is the gear wrench tap and die set. It ratchets, which is extremely handy. And then the tool for the pushing back twisting back, I should say, the brake pistons. And then one thing new that I bought, well actually there's two things in here. Here's just some drill bits. These drill bits are absolutely phenomenal. Expensive, but very well worth it. As you can see, they have a self-starting point. Well, I don't know if you can see. They have a self-starting point, and they're step down. They self-center themselves. They drill right through just about pretty much anything. I love these things. Alright, just another set of drill bits, power steering pump pulley set, tire repair set. Here's another thing that I bought. This thing is, I love it. This is my new brake flare set. It's the pistol grip one. It's not like the tube. This actually you can fit into tight spaces. I really love it. And it's actually a lot more affordable than those other ones too. Alright, then we just got the coolant refillers here. Some more, there's another fuel injection tester down there, some easy outs, just different random stuff like that. Alright, here's one of the new additions, or well, the new addition. This is the side locker that I did not have last time I done one of these videos. What I have in here, I got my back pressure tester in here. We got the soldering station in here. I got some gloves back here. That box there is where I keep all my caps, stuff like this. You never know when you need it. Alright, then down here I got my chargers, my jump pack, keep some chemicals back there, got some wire loom back here. I need to put some lights in here because it's kind of annoying. I got my flashlight right here. Then another thing is I bought these two things. This is the 1/2-inch DeWalt impact, and then it came with the light, and it actually came with a 3/8 impact also, but I took that home because I just use this one because I can switch the ends to 3/8 and quarter and whatever. I got my my snap-on bag back there. I got some other random stuff in here, and then it's got 3 drawers. I just keep random stuff in here. I got nuts and bolts and RTV, and then I keep my lunches in here. I eat tuna and rice every day for lunch, so I'm kind of weird. But that's that, you guys. Now we'll come check out my service cart. It's a little messy at the moment. I was kind of in a rush to get out of here last night. Alright, just got my parts tray up here. These are the stuff that I use on a daily basis. Got all my sockets here, my impacts, my 3/8, quarter. I got my crow's feet down here. Got my Torx here, my other Torx here. My 1/2-inch ratchet, my 2/4 inch, 3/8. Got some Allens over here. Got my long-handled 1/2-inch in here, and then my magnet. Over here I keep my flathead screwdrivers, and I got my pry bar here and a pry bar here. Got my Allens, or my Allen screwdrivers over here. And then we'll get into the first drawer. Alright, here we got just extensions and swivels and pocket screwdrivers in here, just random stuff I threw in here. Alright, over here I keep just a wire brush and then a smaller one, battery terminal cleaner, wire strippers and crimpers, cutters, pliers, needle nose. Keep that in this drawer. Alright, here I got my snap-on metric wrenches in here, and then I got my gear wrench metric wrenches in here. It's pretty much about all I use is everything metric here. So next up we got my air tool drawer. Got my cutter, I got my stubby impact, my air hammer, my 1/4 inch air ratchet, the big boy for what this can't get off, my right angle drill, just various fittings and stuff and all that, you know, just the normal. Alright, then under here we got just my coolant jug. I got a thing to siphon, just to extract fluid. I got my universal coolant refiller. I love this thing. I use this, I mean, it eliminates air in the cooling system and fits pretty much everything that I do. Got our Harbor Freight brake bleeder. I've had this thing for a few years. It works great. Not had any issues out of it. So, and then here we got just our thing to push pistons back. We got our big rivet gun for some of the window regulators and stuff like that, mainly like on some of the Fords and all that. We got our siphon pump here. And then back there we got our 1/2-inch torque wrench. And we got our grease gun hanging on the side over here. And then we just got a hammer over here. And then just some degreaser and stuff over here. So that's it, you guys. That is my cart and my toolbox. And then my Diag cart. Absolutely love this thing. I'm loving it. I got a new addition to add to this thing. I'll show you guys whenever I get it installed. But that's it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and see you guys next time.